Former U.S. Ambassador to Canada, Bruce Heyman, joining us now from Aspen, Colorado. Ambassador, always good to be with you. The new NAFTA agreement, just over a month old. What do you make of this news?
So for all of my friends in Canada, I at least have to say sorry that you're feeling Donald Trump like we feel him at home. So the president, let's just paint the picture for everybody. He's down significantly in the polls. He has less than 90 days to go till the election's coming up. We have a pandemic. 158,000 people are dead in the United States. We have tens of millions of people who are out of work. We have racial disturbances going on, and he needs to reboot his campaign. So I think he's just going back to his playbook of 2016, where, hey, let's just go in the Midwest, tell everybody I'm tough on trade, I'm the right guy, and let's just poke on Canada. Come on. And so the reality is, look, Canada is not a national security threat. This is a political stunt. This is a way for him to distract away from all of the other problems that he's created for himself. And I don't think it's going to work at all. And especially, I think it continues to damage the relationship between our two countries.
Ambassador, it's almost like a sad case of deja vu. We were so closely engrossed, and I know you were as well, with respect to the trade skirmishes, if you will, through 2018 and 2019. I would like to play a clip right now of the U.S. president talking about these renewed tariffs. Please take a listen.
Earlier today, I signed a proclamation that defends American industry by reimposing aluminum tariffs on Canada. Canada was taking advantage of us, as usual. And I signed it, and it imposes, because the aluminum business was being decimated by Canada, very unfair to our jobs and our great aluminum workers.
So Canada is taking advantage of the United States. Ambassador, your reaction to that, and also, what should Canada do about this? How should we react?
So two things. You know, I know a lot of Canadians have a good sense of humor. This would almost be like a clip out of some Saturday Night Live routine. Canada taking advantage of us per usual. I mean, that is just craziness. And so, look, I think Canada has some tough decisions here on how to respond. If you respond too strong, then you just escalate, and it's exactly what I think he wants you to do, because he'd like to get into this tit for tat and be a distraction to his failures back at home. On the other hand, if you don't respond at all, then he just takes advantage of you. And I think that that's a tough position. So look, I think the Canadian government's going to have to weigh all of their options and think this through. And at the end of the day, though, the fact of the matter is this should be another message to Americans living in Canada that you got to get out and vote. If you want to straighten this up, your vote is your voice. And so, you know, votefromabroad.org, go in and register, cast your vote, because if you're just sitting here watching the TV screaming and yelling about this craziness going on in America, you actually have an ability to change that outcome.
You know, a lot of folks would say, by the way, that election, as you know, just months away. Some would say, what, 8, 9 weeks even. When you look at this whole situation transpiring with respect to trade, some would say they're surprised, others would say they're not. But we're in the throes of this massive pandemic issue, probably one of the biggest crises to face us in modern history. You got to be a little surprised that this is a renewed situation with your friendly neighbors to the north.
If you're a logical thinker, you're totally surprised. The problem is that if you've watched any of the interviews recently, I don't think Donald Trump's ability to process information and make critical decisions is there. And so as a result of that, we are paying the price for electing a reality TV show host to be our president. And now, during a pandemic, which was so widely mishandled. And you can compare us. Look, we have 4% of the world's population and 25% of the fatalities. And so any way you want to compare this, we're not doing a good job, which is the reason why we have non-essential travel stopped between our two borders. And I don't blame you, because within the United States, we have quarantines going on state to state or city to city based on the things that are happening.
Yeah, tariffs, pandemic, economic disruption, borders closed, so much to process.
Time for a new president right away.
Well, you get the final word. We're going to leave it there. Former U.S. Ambassador to Canada, Bruce Heyman, always good to see you, sir. Thank you for this.
Good to see you as well. Thank you.